Hey everyone, welcome back to Fantasy Theory. The new episode of What If Season 2 is out, and it's number 6, meaning there's only 3 more after this because it goes to the 30th, and I'm assuming by the ending of this episode, the team for the final few episodes is forming. This episode titled What If Kahhori Reshaped the World. This episode is actually very authentic because it was collaborated with the Mohawk Nation, so I feel people will be impressed and happy with this episode. Anyway, let's jump into this breakdown. This episode starts with Ragnarok and the fire god Surtur, where he actually defeats Odin instead of Odin defeating him. Thor in Thor Ragnarok actually references this and says Odin defeated him a very long time ago, so I assume this is the same battle he was referencing, only in this one Odin does not win. The Tesseract ends up falling to Earth and its powers is released into a lake that people call the Forbidden Lake. It falls to an area close to current day New York where the Mohawk people resided. This being so long ago that the colonization of America didn't even happen yet, so we see the people living in longhouse homes and we also see them harvesting food like corn, peas, and squash. We are introduced to this brand new hero who I don't believe is from the comics, Kahhori. The name actually means to stir the forest or motivate others around her, where from this episode both are true about her. I really enjoyed this character for the most part, and it was cool to see a fresh new story not from any comics play out on the show. She is voiced by the same actress that plays Bonnie in the new Echo show. For a surprise to me, the whole episode, besides for the parts with the Watcher, is spoken in the Mohawk language, which adds a level of uniqueness to the character and the episode. We meet her motivation for the episode, her brother and her people. Her brother named Wada. They run through the forest until they stumble upon an old battlefield where we see skeletons of their ancestors who battled there. The legend there is that the land is cursed, but Kahhori believes it just needs to be cleansed. Kahhori tells a story about the lake and how it will bring them to the sky world, which she is actually correct about. Destruction ensues as the Mohawk people are attacked by Spanish explorers. They are here to find the lake that will make them immortal. Kahhori and Wada run from the explorers until they fall into the cave which has the lake in it, and it's beautiful looking lake with blue captivating all over it. Blue will be a theme of this episode and the people she meets in the sky world. The explorers find them and shoot Kahhori in the arm, ultimately making her fall into the lake, starting the turn of events for her. She is sucked through a portal under the lake and she is pushed to another world where we will meet Atherax, another new character not from the comics. Her brother is taken hostage by the explorers, and then we go back to her. After she falls into the lake, the Watcher explains that the Tesseract's powers now coincides with the lake after landing and breaking there. Other warriors and tribes that have went into the lake never returned, and that is probably the people we meet later in the episode. Skyworld is a beautiful looking place with a portal in the sky and the solar system in eye's reach. The world powered by the Tesseract will change you, giving the people their powers. In this episode, she will learn to use them. They also are very accepting of new visitors, I have to add. We learn the food, planet, water, land will all give you powers. We see the explorers and its leader named Rodrigo Alfonso, who could be inspired by the Conquistador character. However, I believe he is new, just like everyone else in this episode besides the Watcher, and Doctor Strange. Kahhori says that the clay she is made from is wolf, which is a Native American story. Wolf Clan basically is meant to guide the tribe. She is determined to not make this her home, but uses its powers to get out of here. Her sort of guide, Atherax, helps her through this. I may be predicting a possible romance in the future, but maybe, who knows. They're called to hunt for the fruit, yes fruit, and we see these huge animals emerge from the ground. They have these sort of crystal power fruit from their back. The people there hunt for, or basically just grab it off their back, almost like a festive game for them. She's a quick learner where she ends up using the world's powers and runs faster than all the other people and even flips one of the animals in a panic, dropping tons of crystals from the back. We see people have a handful that they caught, but Kahhori comes back with hundreds of them. The explorers end up going into the lake, and instead of feeling younger, they get sucked into the portal into the world. They try attacking these people, but the bullets are now stopped by a more powerful Kahhori. She tells the people that they need to branch out and help the people instead of staying back and acting scared of the outside world. She summons the portal and goes to fight the explorers alone, who have taken her people onto the boats and hostage. She eventually is not enough to stop the onslaught of bullets coming her way, and one gets through to her and hits her in the head. As we think it's it for her, the people of the sky world come out of the portal to help. Her brother calls them Thunder Beings, which is a legend of good spirits of men and protectors, which is accurate for these people. After the victory, they go to Spain to make peace with the Queen. After some intense negotiation using their powers, they make peace with her over the New World, and then we get Supreme Strange out of nowhere saying, "I've been looking for you for a very long time," which is what we heard from the trailer. I originally predicted that this was going to Wanda, but I also speculated this could have been going to Kahhori. He is most likely starting a team with Kahhori, Captain Carter, Killmonger, I assume, because we saw him in the trailer and we haven't seen him yet. Maybe the 1602 Avengers, I'm not exactly sure. Either way, something big is happening because the final episode is What If Strange Intervened, so this most likely is setting up for the episode in some way. Anyway, this was kind of a quicker breakdown, but let me know what you thought of this episode and the new character. Do you think she's good, or do you kind of not care? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have an incredible day.